Hello, student. This is the voice of your Google teacher talking, and I am here to show you our virtual classroom, Google Classroom. The first thing I want to show you is how to get the classroom. So, as we did it earlier, you have it pinned to your shelf. Mine is in the third spot and looks like this. So we go ahead and click on it, or for all of you Google experts, you can click Alt 3 from this position to open Google Classroom. So let's go ahead and open it. All right, so now we have Google Classroom open. Sorry if it messes up a little bit because I'm doing a screencast as I'm talking. Let's just look around and see what we have. The first thing that we see is all of these different classes. Now, Miss Fuchs next door was nice enough to let me join one of her classes, so I can show you what it looks like from the student perspective. So let's just go ahead and go inside of her Period 1 Project Lead the Way class. So the first thing I notice is that no work is due soon, which works out really well because I just joined this class today. The second thing I want to show you in Google Classroom is the stream. So the stream is kind of like the Facebook wall in that it shows all of the announcements and everything that is happening in our class. So I first want to show you what's different between an announcement and an assignment. So if we look at these two that I have on the screen right now, the top one, which I'm circling with the mouse, that's an assignment. The reason we can tell is because it has the big heading, Digital Doodle, and it has the clipboard icon. Now, announcements are a little more plain, but for example, this announcement shows just a quick what's happening in class that day. So these are the two different ways that I will deliver information to you on Google Classroom. So let's go ahead and actually take a look at a assignment and look at it a little bit closer. So let's look at representing music. The first thing we notice is Miss Fuchs assigned this. Looks like September 6th, so she assigned it recently. It says it's not done, so hopefully she doesn't yell at me because I haven't turned it in yet. But let's look at it a little bit closer. So we'll go ahead and click on Open. Now the first thing we notice is we've got the title of the project called Representing Music. Now here we have Miss Fuchs's icon, the date it was assigned. That'll obviously change because you will have my icon show up in your classroom, and the dates will change as we are doing new assignments. Moving down, we see that there's a little bit of information here. This will be where I give you the directions for the assignment. So as you start to do assignments in the class, you work top to bottom, read what the assignment is, and then the directions. Now, all of these attached files are all of the extra information that you will need to complete that assignment. So I could have more detailed directions, I could have video, I could have other Google Docs, slides, sheets, anything that you need to complete the assignment, you will find in this area right here. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit further. Now we see again that I have not finished this assignment because it says not done. My work, if I wanted to say do this assignment and it's a Google Docs assignment, I can go ahead and just create a Google Docs straight from Google Classroom. So it kind of cuts out going back to Drive and opening a new Google Docs file. If the assignment was being done on slides, sheets, or drawings, I could do all of those things from this spot. But let's say instead I want you to turn in a video or a picture or an audio file. Then we can go to add, and that's where we can find our Google Drives, links, all that fun stuff. But we will go over how to turn things in a little bit more tomorrow. I just want to get you guys comfortable with Google Classroom. So let's go ahead and scroll back up. I think we covered everything on this page. So let's work backwards a little bit. So we go ahead and go back. And we're looking back at the stream. So we can go down, look at announcements, find out what we have to do. But I just want to look at 2 more sections before I cut this screencast short. Let's go ahead and look at classmates. Now, if we scroll down, you obviously will have all of the students sitting around you in your list of classmates. Now you can quickly see who's in the class. You can email them from this section. The only warning I want to put out there is that all of your conversations are monitored, so remember to be on your best behavior when you're online. Treat everyone the way you would in person online. Now let's see what's last. We've got our About section. So this About section will tell you everything you need to know about the class. Over here we'll have my face, what'll be a Jedi, and my name as your teacher. The Google Drive folder over here will have all of the information you need for this class. So anything that gets shared through Classroom, any assignment, directions, anything will show up in this, and it'll be called Your Class's Google folder. The last part is the calendar. There won't be anything in the calendar just yet, but we will add things as we go. So be on the lookout. That'll be where you'll find your due dates. So if we were to go into the calendar, I currently shouldn't have much going on because we're just getting into this, but you will find due dates show up on the screen. It's a good way to keep track of what you're supposed to be doing. Let's switch back to our view. And I think that about covers the introduction to Google Classroom. And as always, if you have any questions, just Google it.